Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss about Capgemini interview questions for level 2 or round 2. But before we do that, let us thank our subscriber who has shared us this question and his experience. So in terms of complexity, if I talk, this was little tough because the questions were really uncommon questions, but yes, some of them were covered from our earlier videos as well. So let us get started without wasting much of the time. So as you see, you know, as usual, the interview started with pretty basic questions like, tell me about yourself and all. So after that, I'm directly, the interviewer went on with the technical questions because this was like technical too. So he didn't want it to waste much of the time. So here we have only Tableau questions we are going to discuss. SQL I didn't get, but whenever I do get, I'll definitely share that with you. The first question, again, like very uncommon question, but yes, you might definitely get. I got this question maybe for Deloitte when I was doing, facing interview for them. What is the database version you have used? Like, many of us, run the SQLs on different data sources. It can be a Snowflake, it can be a SQL Server, or it can be a Oracle or Redshift. But sometimes it is necessary for us to know what is the version that we are using. Like, where, like why we are very keen in knowing what is the Tableau desktop version we are using. So similarly, here have awareness of like what is the version you are using. Similarly, have what is the uh, desktop version you are using. You need to have clear idea of, when I say desktop, it is Tableau desktop version you are using. You need to have clear idea of this and what are the functionalities are that are available in this. This you need to definitely know. Okay. And because very rare question, but if someone is asking this type of question in the first instance and we become numb, then our whole interview will be in very disappointing way, because we all want to start interview in a very positive manner. Even at last, if you don't answer, that will not hurt much, but first answer, if you are answering wrong, or we are not able to answer, that demotivates or give will have some impact on our entire interview process. So let us hope we all don't get such kind of questions in the first itself. If you have ever faced such kind of scenario where your first question was itself wrong, do comment in the interview, or do comment in the comment section. Let us see how many of us have faced that. Now, second question was, what are the problems that we might face while connecting to uh, a database? Again, this is a pretty common question, but yes, it common in the sense like we all the ones who are working in the real time environment, they might have faced or they will answer this, because this will not require preparation, that is a day-to-day role. But what about those who have not worked? So this, they will not be able to answer this kind of question and they will fail to answer. So some connections, like maybe we might face uh, issues related to permissions, or and then password issues, link issues. These kind of issues we might face, or database connectivity issues. These are the some of the, or driver issues. Issues like example, if I go to my Tableau and if at all I want to connect it to, like, say, Snowflake, I cannot directly connect because it will ask for uh, driver here. You see, download the driver first. So this is one issue that I'm facing. Again, what are the steps that I need to take to fix this? We might need to again reach out to our manager or our technical assistant team who might help us in fixing these kind of issues. So these are some of the issues that we can answer with related to connecting to database. Okay. So yeah, so you have to, or your some of your queries might not work. like you are writing a query using with class, so we need to have certain time of syntax for this to work. So directly your with clause will not work, or some of the functionalities of SQL might not work. So all of these are some of the issues we might face while connecting to database. So you can spend some time in seeing or exploring what are the different problems we might face while connecting to database. But yes, this is something that is very important. Next, what are the functions not available while using live connections? Again, this is a very particular case to case problem. Not all of us might have come across any issues, but yes, we need to at least remember what are the some of the functions. So I was also doing some Google research before, creating this video, because I knew only one. So I thought of telling that, but I explored few. So make time will not work with the live connections. That is what it is telling. Or make date, something with related to this kind of functions will not work. Some of the functions in maps, I think they are there, that are not available, or that we might face using live connections. So have answer ready for this kind of question, specifically like limitations of live connection, you know okay. So because, again, because this is all case to case basis, we might have come across or we might not have come across, because there should be two cases: we are using live connection and we are using these functions in our calculations or somewhere. Only then these issues will pop up. So if you are using live connection but we are not using any of these functions, that will not at all know. Okay, but yes, we can definitely Google it and have an answer prepared, or we can also tell that I have not come across any of the situations as of now. So two answers that you can answer for this type of question. Next is, again, there are four tables with no common fields. How will you join in Tableau? Again, one very important scenario here. So to explain you, okay, what I've done is I've created two files here. Let me show you. So my file one, I have name and sibling, two columns, and I have created one more file. It is salary and department. Now, like as per the request, let us see what will happen if I merge these two files, because I don't have any common column in them. So I'm trying to connect to my text file, and I'm going to file one, and I'm going to select file 1.1, and let us see. So like we say, like we all know, we need to have at least one common column for these two files to make a join or something like that. But there are no common columns. So how will Tableau identify? So one is, we need to create one dummy column, or we can create from here, we can create join calculation. So I'm simply writing one here and apply. Okay, and similarly here also I'm creating one. So now these two will match. Why? Because one is equal to one. So we are creating a temporary, or a dummy calculation for these two tables to join. Now see how we are getting the data. So for each, I had 4 records. Now it is showing 16 records, which means each record is now being multiplied into 4, like cross join it is forming. Okay. Now based on our scenario or based on our use case, we can try and get the data accordingly. You see here, Taylor repeating 4 times, Alex repeating 4 times, Shannon 4 times. So these are all duplicate entries. Okay, so you can tell that. So we have answer here and we have results as well, so you can answer it accordingly. Okay, but what we can write is here, create a dummy column simply. Okay, so here next question was difference between normal filter and quick filter. Again, one interesting question, but yes, let us see it practically. I'm going here and simply I'm connecting to this, and I'm dropping filter here. Okay, apply. Okay, so difference is, this is our normal filter. So whenever I am applying a filter here, user will not know that there is a filter on name here, because this is not a visible filter. Okay, but when I'm clicking on this and I'm clicking on show filter, this is our quick filter. This is a visible filter. User can see this filter and interact with this filter. So that is the difference between these two filters. This is a normal filter and this is like a view level filter. This is like visible to the user and he can see the filter. Okay, so that difference we can tell for this question. Okay, uh, normal normal filter is not visible to the end user, whereas quick filter is visible to the end user. Okay. Next is again context and cascading filters. We have discussed this many times. I think by now many of us are perfect in this. Context cascading filters is like again having only relevant values. Context is again a filter on a filter to be very small and very precise. So it's like making your filters dependent, that I can tell about context. Whereas cascading is works on multiple filters when you want to show only relevant values. Like when you're selecting state, you want to show only cities of that state, then it is cascading filter will come into picture. Okay, so very important, and yet we need to know about this. Next important question is when using navigation, it is giving error. Uh, Not navigating to other sheet dashboards, or what might be the error. So here we have given that we have used an action, basically that is what the user is the interviewer is asking. It is giving not navigating to other sheets. So your action is failing basically. So how will you fix that? That is what he is trying to ask. So whenever we are having action, like it is basically source to target. So source to target, which means you are going from sheet 1 to sheet 2, sheet 1 to sheet 2, or dashboard 1 to dashboard 2, whatever the scenario is. So these two sheets should have to be available, or they need to be available in dashboard or in your workbook, only then this action will work. So in cases where you have by mistakenly deleted, or something is changed, then your action will not work. So you have to fix that. So that is the problem in this case. Okay, so during refresh, which one you prefer, full or incremental refresh? Now this is the type of refresh, like whenever you are having extracts, what is the type of refresh we preferred? So we have full refresh, we have incremental refresh, like that. So you can say incremental refresh here in this case. Okay, but yes, we need to have a specific column, and based on that we can identify and we can go with incremental refresh, because it is always better to add only few rows than to create the entire extracts again. Suppose your extract size is very huge, every day you are creating 1 millions of extract size, then it is unnecessary burden on your Tableau server to create that much of huge size. Instead of that, you can increase the performance of our extracts by selecting only incremental refresh and having only new values in the extract. For that, we need to have or know what is the column through which we can identify that. So that we need to tell them. Based on that, we can specify here. Again, now ninth question, very specific question. What is the role you have in server? Okay. So again, you can tell here what all the tasks that you have done in server. Like I uh, I have published report to the server, scheduled reports, worked on subscriptions or maintained reports, and then added users and added users to the groups and gave permission. And then, yeah, these are all activities. These are some of the roles that we can definitely, include in our resume, and also we can highlight in this kind of questions. Okay. So next is, how do you give role level security? One important questions with respect to security. So there are multiple ways we can do it. So if I go to my Tableau here, okay. So here, go to server, and here we have a create a user filter option is there. With which this we can assign a filter here. But first we need to sign in, and we can give permissions. And other than that, what we can do is, if I go to calculated field here, under functions, you see we have user option here. Using this also we can have security here, like he is member of a particular group, then we can use this function is member of. Or else you can also use db approach to fix this. So these are the two three ways we can do it. So if you have very limited users, you can click on this server and create a filter. Or you want to act according to groups, then you can click on this is member of function and take a necessary actions here. Or else you can use database, where you can create a temp table, not temp table, a table with all the users and permissions, and you can do a left join on top of that. So like that also we can do. So there are three approaches for this, you can answer that. Next is, what are dynamic parameters? Very important and no concept that is recently introduced. So if I click on this, if I go to dashboard, okay, actions is not there, we'll go to worksheet actions. Okay, add action, you see there is a parameter, change parameter values. So earlier parameter was static, like once you created values, that's it. But now we can change parameters, like how we can change set values. So that is the concept of dynamic parameters here. So if at all you have worked on this, you can tell that. But if not, at least you can explain what dynamic parameter is. Or you can explore Tableau public. Or if you want a video on this, please do comment on the comment section. I'll create a video of explaining how to create a dynamic parameter. Maybe we'll all learn from that. Okay, next are, what are the actions available in your Tableau version? Again, it is very specific. If at all we are using older versions of Tableau, we might not see all of this. But if it is something latest, we will see this these six actions that are available. Okay, and then next question is about rank. What is the difference between rank, dense rank, and modified dense rank? So basically, rank, dense rank, and modified dense rank comes into picture when two or three values are having same kind of rank or same salary or same. Suppose I'm getting, I and my colleague are getting same salary. Now what should be my rank, or what should be his rank? So that is when this rank, dense rank, and modified dense rank will come into picture. Okay, so yes, we need to prepare or have an answer ready for this, even with respect to SQL also. SQL and in Tableau as well. So you need to have answer for both of this. So if I go to calculated field here, under this, if I search for rank, so here we have rank, rank dense, modified rank, rank percentile, and rank unique. So these are the four types of rank functions that are supported in Tableau. So here rank means, like here, uh, if it is repeating, you see what is happening here, 1, 2, 2, 4. So actually when it is repeating 6, 9, 9, 14 we have. So it is giving 1, 2, 2, 4. So actually when it is repeating, it is taking away your next rank, third rank. So that is for rank. So how dense rank is working here? Same thing for here. If you see 1, 2, 2, 3, which means it is, even though the number is repeating here, the next number is giving for the next rank here. Okay. So rank modifier, how will this work? So it is actually 1, 3, 3, 4. So it is taking the maximum because it is repeating two times, 1, 2, 2. So it is taking 1, 3, 3, and 4, like that. Two times it is repeating, right? So that's why it is 1, 3, 3, and 4, like that. Okay. So you need to remember all of this because it is very important. basically rank concept is very important. Next is one question related to LOD. So he said there are two LODs, fixed and include, and he wanted to find out what is the difference here. So I don't think there should be any difference, but yes, let us find out, and let us create two calculations here. And I'm going to write it as fixed, and let us just try to copy this. Okay, so it is not identifying. Let us do something. Yes, region, category, and subcategory. And it is sum of sales. Okay, so I'm copying this entire thing, Control C, apply, okay, and again I'm creating another one. It is include, and I'm having this, so instead of fixed, I have include. Include is the keyword, apply, okay. So there are region in rows, and so let us add region, category, and subcategory in row shelf. So I'm adding region wise. Region, where is our category? Category and subcategory. Now let us take our fixed one and include one. See, there are no difference as far as I see. It is matching for every case. See, even let us take it from category level. It is matching. See, so difference is because we are fixing in this fixed LOD, we are fixing it for each region, for each category. At subcategory, we are having sum of sales. Whereas include, we are telling include region, category, and subcategory for sum of sales. So technically both are same, defining same. So that's why there is no difference in the calculation that is resulting in. So that's why there is no change here. Okay. So I hope you find this video useful. If you like it, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.